Hi, my name is Arnold Hampton. We are located on the east side of Baltimore at Chester and Federal Street. Right now, we're just observing the destruction of what took place on what I believe was a $16 million project with the Southern Baptist Church, a future community center and senior citizens building. It's demolished, it's gone. Also, a corner store that was a staple in the community here, Novats, no longer, it's gone. A church bus, probably from the embers of the fire because it was so hot, destroyed. This is kind of devastating for, us as citizens in the city of Baltimore to watch this kind of thing. And my fear is that it might not be over.
Joe Knights, Baltimore, Maryland. This is the saddest day in the history of Baltimore City. It was a sad day. Leadership did not do what they were elected and hired to do in this city to protect the residents of Baltimore. Baltimore City's leadership, fire department, police department, mayor, they got out of hustled yesterday. Kids beat the adults to the punch, and this shouldn't have happened. And we need to do better as a city.
I feel sad because things got on fire.
I feel disappointed that people did this because they know that they was building it up and trying to do something for other people, but they went crazy for nothing.
I feel sad because people put this fire. People made this fire happen, and that feels sad.
Yeah, that fire was so big. I thought it looked like something from an oil fire. It was a great big. It was fire leaping out the sky, big as those clouds. We was way down here, 2 blocks down, and all I could see was I thought the street was burning up, but it was cars parked over there. They was burning on fire. Things were blowing up, and we came up here, and the fire didn't just start from a little fire. It was always big. Awful strange. Awful strange.
That fire was big. Oh my God.
You wouldn't believe it.
If anybody was in that fire, they wouldn't have survived. You see the machinery and everything is burnt up. This is sad.
Uh-huh.
This is real sad. And that store Norvax been there so many years.
All these people.
They wouldn't even sell that property to the church that was building this.
Right.
And that's sad. That's real sad.
Yes,
this is pitiful.
This is pitiful. It's going. And I mean, this is worse than 68. I was around 68. I was around before that. But you can imagine, this wasn't done by those kids. Kids, we would have had a thought of burning down something the church was trying to help the neighborhood. They was going to put 60 more poor people over there, and going to have clinics downstairs so that people can go to different things, to helping up missions. No, this was done for something else. Look how that equipment burned up. Look at that equipment. You should see the bulldozers around the front there burn up. Look at this piece of equipment there, just burn up. When she came out the house, there was such a blast. There was such a blast coming across the sky. Oh, it was scary. The old lady down there in the two blocks down, she says she going to the house and pray. She's going to get on her knees because she knew it. It looked like the end of the world. This was so big. Everything was burning. The sky was burning. Just the whole area was burning. It was such a blast. It was so scary. And the people started running. We all started running back because something started blowing up. Boom, boom, boom. So, oh, Lord, what could it be? Could it be shooting at us or what? That's how it happened. Just like that. I had never seen nothing like that in my life. I lived in Philadelphia and seen terrible fires in the wintertime. I've lived in Baltimore, different places in Baltimore. I had a store in Moja, and the lady had a fire over there, and I helped the lady get out of the fire. But this is really, really, really bad, really bad. And this is from the church. Who would want to burn the things down for the church?
I know, but if you know tensions are high, all it takes is one thing. Step back. Step back. Please, can y'all please step back? I'm sorry, I just don't want, I got kids out here. Can we please get up a little bit? No peace!
I never understand when you're yelling at and they being peaceful.
No peace!
Get off of me!
No peace!
just trying to get to my car, you know? No peace. They trying to fuck niggas up. I tried to go already, you know what I'm saying? They closed that thing and pushed me all the way back. Yeah. Like, they was in the middle of the block where the lottery sign at, right? From huh? I started to, but them shorty in the back had to pull out that stick, you know what I'm saying? They on that bullshit right now.
They smacked the nigga up yesterday.
Yeah.
Real bad. They missed the girl, they put the whole can in her face. Yeah. That's where I be at all day, is where I'm from. And they put that man in the back of that van and fucked him up even more, man. Nigga was 25 years old, you know what I'm saying? These white motherfuckers don't give a fuck about what we saying. They just stand there waiting for one dumb motherfucker to pull out a gun or something so they can pull their guns out. And they just
gonna beat everybody. Yeah. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of doing all this shit. That's why they got in this line. That's why they started pushing people, because they try to get somebody to react to it. You feel me?
That's all they're waiting for. Like the dude yesterday got this close to him. Motherfucker pulled out, like 4 of them pulled out sticks and fucked them up right here. Bald head dude. Cracked that about 7 times.
The perspective is this. When you have a generation that everyone wants to be a rapper, everybody glorifies the drug money, everybody glorifies everything that's going on here, there's where you have your social problem. They take, we lose the funding, we lose the programming because we don't use it. If you don't use something, you lose it. But when you got everybody running around here throwing up their gang signs, running around here with rims on their car, and they don't have no jobs, and their moms is eating up the social service, we have a problem. When my tax money is going to cleaning up this community, and we don't live in this community, there's the problem. This police presence means nothing. We've been dealing with police our whole entire lives. So while it's something now, everybody in their woodwork come out there talking about if we had guns, we'd do it. No, we wouldn't. Because the ones who do have the guns don't use them. And there's no need to use it. Because if you cannot make your enemy believe in what you believe in and believe that what you're saying is valid, there's no need to take up arms. You're taking up arms against your own brother. They're doing a job. Even if they abuse their job, you videotape it, you record it, you report them. When the system don't work for you, you change the system. But you do not rebel to the point that they're destroying your own community. That's stupid. That's like my mother beats me and then I go home and destroy her house. Who loses? The house. You took up the CVS, and these businesses right now can't make no money. Metro stopped. What about, this is the 28th date of this month. The bills are due the 1st through the 5th. If you're lucky, they give you till the 16th if you got a mortgage. Where do you think the problem lies at when my mom, my dad, my family cannot get to work because it's burnt down? Library can't open. Librarian is not working. Subway system ain't working. Drivers, bus drivers, nobody's making that money. So you want to talk about the collapse? The collapse is the ignorance of a generation that is now becoming of age and feel as though they have the right to destroy something they don't own.
I'm 19. I'm just want to know, like why they doing all this? Because it's a riot. Why they ain't convict none of the ones that was in the Freddie Gray incident? Like, this wouldn't be going on if they just give us justice. That's all we want is justice. Then it's going to be peace. People talking about change, how it's going to get a change if the mayor ain't doing nothing. We ain't got nothing out here for our young folk. They talking about they said we burnt down a $60 million old folks home. Why $60 million is put in the old folks home? Why our schools looking like that? Why our schools like this? You feel me? That's all I got to say.
Well, guess what? Everybody got their own opinion.
Listen, that's your opinion, Mom, and I'm sticking to mine.
Right, but you know what? Well, just put that up. Change that, yeah. Right, there you go, sir.
I went to school, I got my high school diploma. I got college credit. I'm not no dummy.
I know, but
I'm a voice, and I want to be heard too.
Talk to them right there.
I don't want to talk to them. What they want to hear?
That y'all think
that this shit is over. Wait till
It's
that
not
verdict
over.
come in.
It's not
Your kids are gonna go crazy. If them people found not guilty for killing that boy, I'm telling you, it's gonna be war. It's gonna be part 2. Y'all think this is crazy? It's gonna be worse than this.
It takes for all this to happen, for a black man to die, for all this to go on. Fuck they playing with.
They should have been out here. But that you don't see none of them around here. None of them. None of them is around here to help out. I live around here. You just showing this stuff around here for what? For what? You need to get up here and you need to vote. Y'all keep thinking that your vote don't matter. It do. It makes a damn difference. I've been voting for the last 20 years. My daughter gets out here and vote. She ain't with none of this. Y'all tearing this up and thinking it's cute. It ain't cute. Tearing up your community for what? Got it.
Nobody thought about the senior citizen building right there, and where are they supposed to go at to get their medicine? Where are they supposed to shop at? Nobody thought about that. You turn up the markets and the stores in your community. Where are we to go and shop at now? What are they supposed to do? Suppose the fire has spread it over to that senior citizen building, which is only feet behind CVS, and you had taken out these elderly people's lives. Nobody thought about that. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just see the situation as the pot boiling over on a lot of heated issues that have been going on, and I'm just hoping that this is what brings change and healing to the city. I came to clean to do just that, to bring healing, restoration, and some change. Hopefully, we can network and we can get together and get action plans in place, as opposed to just being angry. I do. I actually live off of Franklin, where the CVS was burned in the middle of the night on Franklin Street. I see people just observing right now. They're listening, they're observing, they're taking in the scene. This is history. I think the officers are a lot of them are doing the same thing we're doing. They're people too. They're listening and observing just like we are. Everybody's just waiting for something. We just don't know what. To see the CVS burned up is it's really disheartening. It's really representative of what the city looks like. From the inside, just burnt up, destroyed. There's a lot of things that need to be worked on and restored. And it's just a metaphor for what's going on inside the hearts of the people in the city. It's time to come together and change things.
Every praise, every praise. Hallelujah, glory. God is our deliverer. Hallelujah.
Take care.
It's sad. I mean, I grew up here. For 40 years, man, I've never witnessed this kind of devastation. Now, obviously, there are reasons why people riot. Martin Luther King said it was the language of the dispossessed or the voiceless. But I think there's a difference between protest and unrest, and this is unrest, and a lot of opportunists, people who people who have no reason to just loot and pillage and destroy the community. I mean, this is my community too, and the day is a sad day. Yesterday was just such a sad day, to be from here and to live in Baltimore. So I just hope I never see it again, brother. Well, yesterday I was working, man. So I was, between every break I got, I'm, watching streaming coverage from I think it was WBAL, and just watching, watching this stuff unfold. It was just, it caught everybody off guard. I had a friend ask me if I thought this was going to be anything like Ferguson, and I thought none of the conditions existed here that existed in Ferguson. In Ferguson, you had people who were basically underrepresented. But I said, it couldn't happen here. We had a black mayor, city council president, chief of police, and I just thought that the elements didn't exist. But I couldn't have been more wrong. I mean, there are people who obviously are suffering. So, and this was how it manifested itself. I just hope we can just come together and and clean up and rebuild and try to heal. Well, in Ferguson, I thought that it was too much. It was the militarism was a bit heavy-handed. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do when people are hell-bent on destroying your city? I just think this is a deterrent. I think the police have been amazingly reserved, to be honest with you. I thought they were very, very disciplined Saturday, and maybe they were a bit too disciplined. Maybe they should have pushed back, just a little bit, just to get the crowd under control. So, yeah, that's about it. Well, I just think there was I just think that I don't think I think they underestimated the level of aggression. I think perhaps that was best practice, and I thought it was good not to have the militaristic approach, right up front. The police, as I mentioned, were restrained, and I thought they did a really good job. But I just think that the level of anger was just caught everybody off guard. Like I said, I didn't think the conditions existed, and again, I could be naive, but I didn't think the conditions existed here that exist in Ferguson. So I didn't realize it would be such a powder keg. So I can't fault the police. I understand everybody's going to Monday morning quarterback, and that's really what you have today. I heard Ray Kelly up in New York talking about the response of this police force and what they should have done. Again, everybody Monday morning quarterback. So I don't know, man. I'm not. I don't know. I think the response was appropriate. Yeah. Well, it's just much more real. We see everything in sound bites, and from sky cams, and to be on the ground and to see it, and to actually see police officers in riot gear, and to actually see the National Guard deployed. It really brings it home, and that this is real. This is this is real, man.